only have to appear as witnesses in trials, not for pre-trials. They don't have to present their cases. Cases don't get dismissed at pre-trial for officer failure to appear, makes scheduling hearings easier, decreases the likelihood of dismissal due to the violation of the 6-month rule, and trials are conducted by professionals, not people who have almost no training in how to present a case. And it makes it much easier to have that partnership between the court and the city for specialty projects, treatment, courts, and so on. So I think if you looked at what we're spending on panel attorneys, that would more than cover a full-time defense attorney. The only cons that I came up with were needing space to house the prosecutor and the defense attorney, needing ample notice from them for time off requests. Unplanned day offs would likely require some scheduling issues, and the city might have to produce more discovery. I know the city attorney's office is shorthanded right now, and I think that hiring assistant city attorneys that have to have a breadth of knowledge in multiple areas has proved really difficult. But I think that hiring a single prosecutor and a single defense attorney would not be problematic. There are many, many attorneys in this community that have been prosecutors and defense attorneys, and I think that those would really appeal to people, those jobs. So that's something that I am asking you to consider doing to make that change. I'm seeing puzzlement.
I will tell you this, Judge, that Ifo and I, we met with the DA, ironically, at a breakfast, and we were talking about how I believe there would look to be some changes. I think I've heard council talk about they want to be able to prosecute domestic violence or some other DWI, other things, and he's open to working with the city. So please allow us to kind of work with him and see what we can do that might also benefit what you're talking about as well.
To work with Mr. Byer? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, correct.
Oh. I'm not sure how that would affect the city attorney office.
Well, it would be, a city attorney would work with the DA's office as well. So, Jocelyn, you want to talk about?
Yes. Well, I just have one follow-up question, actually, on the numbers that you presented, the total numbers for 2022, 4,869 cases. Are you proposing that a prosecutor and defense attorney handle all of those cases?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it could be done. I think it would be expedited, and I think it could be done.
And I think maybe we can have a discussion about this later.
I'd appreciate it.
One of my concerns is just that according to ethical standards, both parties, the prosecutor and the defense attorney, have to be able to ethically handle that caseload. And although the American Bar Association hasn't, I don't believe, established an exact number of how many cases you can handle, the suggestions are around 200 or 300 per year for misdemeanors. And that would call for about 24 attorneys at that number.
Well, remember, a lot of cases get dismissed for a variety of reasons, but let's have this conversation. I think it's important.
Yes, Judge Goldbaum.
My last slide, actually, that I think did not make it on here. Oh, it did. Okay, it's how Miguel collated the sources. So, I mean, I was kind of interested in hearing what Chief Dominguez thought about not having to have his attorneys in court all that time.
And if I may, on that topic as well, one of the issues, one of the issues that presents on that topic as well, Judge Goldbaum, is just that the prosecutors, when they are officer prosecute cases, they are prosecuting, and so if they were not present, who would be the person prosecuting, and would that be you?
No. For trials, they would be there as witnesses.
And then who would be the prosecutor in that case?
The prosecutor who hopefully the city would hire to prosecute.
So this is only in the event that that there is a system established where there is an assigned prosecutor and defense attorney?
Yeah, I don't really see how it would work otherwise.
Okay, because that was my concern. And then one thing that I would propose to you, as far as if you're concerned about officer time, is just to allow telephonic appearance, so that you take out that driving time and then they can appear while they're in their vehicle.
The reason it didn't work when we were doing it before was getting signatures, not just from defendants, but also from officers.
And
It was tricky.
if you can approve anything like an e-sign type program, even Adobe has, you can send for signatures. If you accept that, I think that everyone would be okay with that as well.
Let's talk.
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm
Any
going to
other
ask you if you would address whatever questions you have to the city council and then the city
Oh,
manager.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Excuse me.
okay. You had some question you
I
wanted to
have
ask.
a comment.
Oh, okay. Yes, Councilor.
Yeah,
Flores.
I am very disturbed by your presentation. I don't think it's totally appropriate for you to be discussing this directly with our city attorney. I don't know what has given you the authority. On what authority do you believe you have the right to come to address questions directly to our city attorney, to presume that this body is going to in any way go outside of the scope of whatever we have in the municipal code insofar as the structure of the municipal court? So I don't understand some of your presentation, frankly, with all due respect, is rambling. I don't know if that's your demeanor. I don't know if that's just a tactic to wear us down. But my patience has really run out. So I don't know what conversations you've had with the mayor or our city attorneys or our city manager or anybody else on the stage or the rest of the world. But all I know is that it seems highly inappropriate for you to come before this body and then to be speaking directly to our city attorney and suggesting that you have meetings based on what you believe will come to a good end. You haven't showed us the model of how this works. You rambled something about some city somewhere in the world that has something going, and I don't really understand. I don't understand why you're here. I don't know what your means are, what your intent is. And frankly, I'm frustrated, and I'd like to go home at 5 o'clock the way you go home at 5 o'clock. Usually we have pressing matters that keep us here till close to 10 o'clock at times at night, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. When we've had our community meetings, we don't have those anymore. We'd be there till about 10 o'clock at night. Right now, I don't have any patience to be here any longer. And I'm very sorry to express that to you, Judge Goldbaum, but that's really what I have to express to you. I'm exasperated, and I don't understand any of, there's no rhyme or reason to what you are proposing. You give us all these statistics, but all these numbers, but there's no reference to the importance or reference to support your, whatever it is you're asking for. And I would ask our city manager to direct, I don't know if this is appropriate, but he's under our direction, I don't think it's appropriate for our city attorney to be having a discussion with Judge Goldbaum regarding any potential changes in the municipal court, especially if they're outside the scope of the municipal code. And I don't want to place any blame on Attorney Garrison, but in any way, shape, or form, but I just don't understand what's going on and why it's going on. And the information presented doesn't support the request. Thank you.
I've concluded, but if I was out of line with the city attorney, I apologize. I wasn't trying to put her on the spot. So I've concluded unless there are other questions.
Councilor Cram?
I just wanted to say, Councilor Flores, part of this was my request to learn more about municipal court, and I do think that I have learned a number of things today that I didn't know before, and so I appreciate Judge Goldbaum's sort of coming and sharing these with us. But I would ask those linked Excel files that are included there in the one that you sent us, there are only 2 linked, so I think it might not be the most updated one. So if we could also have that most updated file, that would be excellent.
You mean for the slides?
Yeah, this slide that shows these 4 data sources on the one that you sent us only has 2. So, and I appreciate you sharing the data that you've shared. And I look forward to us thinking about alternative ways of addressing crime in whatever aspect we're considering it. But just to your point, Councilor Flores, this is in part because I felt like I needed to know more. So thank you.
Okay to email that info to you?
Please, to the city clerk.
Christine?
Yes, Christine, please.
Okay.
So Judge, you're done with your presentation?
I am, thank you.
Okay. Okay, well, if there's no further questions, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved,
So moved by
Abeta.
Flores.
I'm sorry, Councilor Abeta made a motion. Who?
Second by Flores.
Second by Councilor Flores, that we adjourn. Christine?
This is on the motion to adjourn the work session. Councilor Beta?
Yes.
Councilor Graham?
Yes.
Councilor Bencomo?
Yes.
Councilor Cran?
Yes.
Councilor Flores?
Yes.
Councilor Gondeta?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes. Okay, we are adjourned. It's 4:29 p.m. All right, thank you.
No, sorry.